Three Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri has just come out here in the UK, although it was released in November in the US. And so we've just had a chance to see what all the hype has been about. And there's been quite a bit of hype. It's just won a whole bunch of Golden Globes. It's obviously about three billboards. So what happens in a town is that Frances, who plays the character Mildred...
I guess you're Angela Hayes' mother.
That's right. I'm Angela Hayes' mother.
He's not happy with what the town's police force has done to find her daughter's killer. So she hires out these three billboards for the year and paints a message basically to the chief of police, who's played by Woody Harrelson, and basically kind of saying, well, you've done nothing, why not? And kind of points a finger at the police force in this small town. And what happens becomes Mildred versus the town, because everybody's happy living in their lives, but when somebody shows or points the spotlight on their town and what they've done wrong, and the police force hasn't come up with any good leads, they don't like it and they let her know. And so it becomes this war against Mildred versus the town.
I'm sorry about Angela, but the town is dead set against these billboards.
I didn't know what to expect with this script. I'm a huge fan of the director who directed Seven Psychopaths and In Bruges, both phenomenal films, so you should check those out if you haven't seen them. But I had an idea, because what he tends to use is witty scripting with dark humor, and you do get a lot of that in this film.
Dixon, I'm in the middle of my goddamn Easter dinner. Sorry, kids.
So a lot of the times you can pinpoint what's going to happen in each bit of the script. I've seen so many films now that generally I can guess. This was not the case with this film. And it doesn't pull any punches either. It's in a town where political correctness is not a thing. So in the script you'll have characters saying things that are not okay, but it doesn't pull any punches. Rather, it just goes for it, and you are taken back. Well, I was taken back quite a bit, and I didn't like hearing those things, and it put me on edge, and it's like, oh, you can't say that, or you can't do that. The script doesn't pull any punches, and it's brilliant. I mean, apart from the amazing cast that it's got, I think that the cast had a lot to play with in the scripting.
Off to see your fancy woman?
I don't got a fancy woman.
Yeah, I know.
The dialogue is fantastic, and it really plays off with this tragic thing that has happened.
My daughter Angela was murdered 7 months ago along this same stretch of road here.
And how the town reacts to that, but the scripting is so cleverly worked through with clever dark comedy that you often don't see what's coming. There were moments in the film where I was really taken back by what was happening, because I didn't expect it, and that's so nice to see in film, especially a dark comedy. When I started watching it, I was immediately drawn into the film, where I didn't want to stop watching it. It's one of those films that doesn't let go of you. It kind of grips you. Once you start watching it, you can't help but watch like the next second, next thing. You don't move your head, you're not fidgety, you want to know what's happening next. And it's weird because the pacing feels like it's slow, but the dialogue and the story move on the plot and the development of the story that's happening, and it keeps you guessing, that you literally are drawn to every second. And talking about the actors, Woody Harrelson does a phenomenal performance again as the chief of police. The lead, Frances, this is probably her best role, and she is an amazing actress. In Fargo she was fantastic, but I have to say this is probably the best performance she's ever given, and she deserves that Golden Globe.
Of course not.
This is a great performance, and other notable performance in this film is Sam Rockwell, who does such a fantastic job. I mean, I love him in pretty much anything. He plays this cop that everybody loves to hate, the type of cop that you never want working on your police force. And his arc or character development throughout the film is really interesting to watch. At the beginning, you're hating on him because he does things that you just know that there are cops that do that. But you see the character development and his journey, and you're along with him. You're not rooting for him, and you are rooting for him.
I didn't call you an idiot. I asked if you was an idiot.
I would say that happens a lot in this film. You can't help but be emotionally invested in the story. It's obviously a hard-hitting emotional story, but not just the main topic. The side stories of what's going on with other people's lives really gets you invested in this film. This is by far one of the best films I've seen in my lifetime. I literally don't have anything bad to say about this film, except that it has a weird ending, and I'm going to leave that for you to find out. And I'm not sure if the ending is brilliant or not. It's just one of those things that takes you by surprise, and I think that's this film in a nutshell. It is a film that will take you by surprise, will keep you guessing. There are moments that will hit you very hard in the gut, and emotionally, for most guys, will have you gripped with emotion in your throat. And if you watch it by yourself in the cinema or with a loved one, you may find a few tears going down, because it is hard-hitting. Amazing film. Really encourage you to watch this. I'm putting this the Gorsome section for great and awesome.
Great!
And awesome.
Awesome!
Very well crafted film, and worth your time. Go and check it out.
Okay.
What?
Don't say what!
Thanks for watching this review. We've got loads of reviews coming out this January and February. There's a cornucopia of really interesting stuff and game reviews as well, so I hope you stick with the Ruby Tuesday. And if you have any films that you would like me to review that I haven't done, please speak to me in the comments, and look out for other interesting stuff that we've got coming this year. Got some really interesting, fun things that we're doing with my team. So look out for the special effects makeup to do with film. That's going to continue. We've got other movie types things going on. We're hoping to release a short film this year. So yeah, stick with us, and thanks as always for joining the Ruby Tuesday, and hope you enjoyed this review and found it informative.